The Secret Life and Tragic Ending of Donna Douglas. Donna Douglas was born Doris Ione Smith on September 26, 1932, in the small community of Pride, located in East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana, was raised in a rural, close-knit environment. The younger of two children, Douglas was the only daughter of Emmett Ratcliffe Smith Sr. and his wife, Elma. Her father worked for Standard Oil, where he spent most of his career, providing a stable life for the family. The Smith family was typical of the time, modest, hard-working, and grounded in traditional values. These roots played a significant role in shaping Douglas' character and work ethic, which would later shine through in her career. Growing up in Pride, Louisiana, a small, agricultural town, Donna experienced the simplicity and charm of rural life. This upbringing left an indelible mark on her, helping her embody the wholesome, down-to-earth qualities for which she would later become famous, particularly in her role as Ellie Mae Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies. Her childhood was filled with family, church, and the sense of community that small-town life offers. The values she learned as a child, honesty, humility, and perseverance, would serve her well throughout her life in Hollywood. Donna Douglas attended St. Gerard Catholic High School, where she was not only an active student but also an athlete playing softball and basketball. At a time when opportunities for women in sports were limited, Douglas's involvement in athletics demonstrated her determination and competitive spirit. She was a member of the school's very first graduating class, a significant milestone both for the school and for her. Her high school years were formative, giving her a sense of discipline and confidence that she carried with her into her later pursuits. It was during this time that her natural beauty and charm started to gain recognition. In 1957, Douglas entered local beauty pageants, where her classic Southern beauty, combined with her warm personality, quickly won over judges and audiences alike. She was crowned Miss Baton Rouge, a title that opened the door to even greater opportunities. That same year, she was also named Miss New Orleans, an honor that elevated her status in the region and sparked her interest in pursuing a career in entertainment. These early successes in pageantry not only validated her natural talents but also encouraged her to consider a future beyond Louisiana. Determined to pursue her dreams, Donna Douglas made the bold decision to move to New York City to pursue a career in show business. This move represented a significant turning point in her life, as she transitioned from small-town life to the bustling world of New York, full of ambition and promise. Initially, Douglas found work as an illustration model, which allowed her to break into the industry while learning the ropes. Her fresh-faced beauty made her a natural fit for toothpaste advertisements, which showcased her radiant smile and helped her gain attention in the highly competitive modeling world. Douglas's television career began to take off in 1957 when she was cast as the Letters Girl on NBC's The Perry Como Show, a popular variety show of the time. This role gave her national exposure and allowed her to gain confidence in front of the camera. 2 years later, she was selected as the Billboard Girl on The Steve Allen Show, another major NBC production. These opportunities provided her with the exposure needed to transition into more significant television roles. Her work on these shows caught the eye of industry insiders, and soon Douglas was becoming known for her beauty, charisma, and growing screen presence. Her breakout moment came when New York photographers and newspaper reporters awarded her the Miss Byline crown, a title given to up-and-coming starlets recognized for their potential in the industry. She proudly wore the crown during an appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, which further boosted her visibility and helped solidify her place in the world of television. It was this exposure that led to the opportunity to appear on The Phil Silvers Show in 1958. In the episode titled Bilko and the Crosbys, Douglas was credited under her given and married name, Doris Bourgeois, reflecting her early career identity before adopting her famous stage name. Douglas's big break in Hollywood came when legendary producer Hal B. Wallace, who had discovered stars like Elvis Presley and Dean Martin, saw her on The Ed Sullivan Show and recognized her potential. Wallace cast her in the role of Marjorie Burke in the 1959 drama Career. In this film, Douglas appeared alongside Hollywood heavyweights like Anthony Franciosa, Dean Martin, and Shirley MacLaine. Though it was a supporting role, it marked her entry into film acting and opened the door for future movie roles. Following her appearance in Career, Douglas took on small roles in other films, including the musical comedy Lil Abner, 1959, where she played a bit part, and Lover Come Back, 1961, a romantic comedy starring Rock Hudson and Doris Day. These early film roles, though not leading parts, allowed Douglas to gain valuable experience in the movie industry while working alongside established stars. Each appearance helped her refine her craft and develop her screen persona. Douglas also continued to work in television during the late 1950s and early 1960s, appearing in numerous popular series. She guest-starred on shows such as The Twilight Zone, where she appeared in the classic episode Eye of the Beholder in 1960. In this episode, she played a patient undergoing facial reconstruction surgery, with her bandaged face hidden for most of the show. The episode is one of the most memorable in the Twilight Zone series and is still widely regarded as a classic today. Douglas's portrayal left a lasting impression on audiences, showcasing her ability to take on more serious and mysterious roles. In 1961, she appeared in 4 episodes of the CBS detective series Checkmate, where she played Barbara Simmons, further establishing her as a versatile actress capable of handling a variety of television roles. Her other television credits during this period included guest spots on popular shows like U.S. Marshal, Tightrope, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, Bachelor Father, ADAM 12, and Route 66. She also appeared in the thriller series Thriller, in the Season 1 episode titled The Hungry Glass, further solidifying her reputation as a sought-after television actress. Donna Douglas, an active actress during the 1960s, gained her most recognizable role when she was selected from among 500 young actresses to portray Ellie Mae Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies. Although her acting career had already begun, she remained relatively unknown before landing this part, which would become her most iconic. Her selection for the role of Ellie Mae came at a pivotal time, as the sitcom was about to become a major television success. The Beverly Hillbillies ran from 1962 to 1971, achieving massive popularity and solidifying Douglas as a household name. However, the fame that came with playing Ellie Mae would prove to be a double-edged sword. The character's youthful innocence and rural charm became synonymous with Douglas, making it difficult for her to branch out into other acting roles. Continually typecast due to her portrayal of the sweet but naive Ellie Mae, Douglas found herself limited in Hollywood after the show ended. This challenge led her to refocus her career on gospel music and other ventures outside of traditional acting. Despite being pigeonholed as Ellie Mae, Douglas had some notable opportunities in Hollywood. One of the most significant moments in her film career came during the 1966 summer hiatus of the Beverly Hillbillies, when she was cast as Frankie in Frankie and Johnny, a musical comedy starring Elvis Presley. Directed by Fred de Cordova, the film showcased Douglas in her only starring feature film appearance. The movie was popular at the box office, thanks in part to Presley's massive fan base, but it did little to establish Douglas as a serious film star. Even though she had the opportunity to work alongside one of the biggest names in entertainment, her performance didn't translate into further significant film roles. This was another indicator of the challenges she faced in escaping the shadow of Ellie Mae. After the Beverly Hillbillies ended, Douglas remained connected to the show and its legacy. The death of her co-stars marked significant moments in her life and the history of the beloved show. In 1973, Irene Ryan, who played Granny, passed away, followed by Raymond Bailey, who portrayed Mr. Drysdale, in 1980. These losses, combined with Max Baird Jr.'s decision to step away from further involvement with the series, left Donna Douglas, Nancy Culp, who played Miss Hathaway, and Buddy Ebsen, who played Jed Clampett, as the remaining central cast members from the original show. In 1981, the trio reunited for Return of the Beverly Hillbillies, a television movie meant to capitalize on the show's enduring fanbase. While the reunion was eagerly anticipated by fans, it lacked the magic of the original series. Nonetheless, Douglas's appearance in the reunion solidified her role in the show's legacy. During the height of the Beverly Hillbillies' popularity, Douglas's likeness was everywhere, from dolls and coloring books to paper dolls and other toys. She became a pop culture icon, embodying the character of Ellie Mae for generations of viewers. Douglas also stayed connected with her castmates long after the show ended. In 1992, she and Max Baer Jr. attended Buddy Ebsen's 84th birthday celebration in Beverly Hills, California, showing that their bond extended beyond the screen. A year later, Douglas, Ebsen, and Baer reunited on The Jerry Springer Show, a surprising venue for such a reunion, and later appeared together one final time for The Legend of the Beverly Hillbillies, a CBS TV special celebrating the show's legacy. These reunions reflected the enduring love both the public and the cast had for the show and its impact on American television. In December 2010, Douglas' iconic role received another nod when Mattel released a special collection of Barbies under the Classic TV Collection. Among the dolls were Samantha Stevens from Bewitched, played by Elizabeth Montgomery, Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie, played by Barbara Eden, and Ellie Mae Clampett, a testament to the character's enduring appeal. For decades, Ellie Mae Clampett had remained one of the most beloved characters in television history, and being immortalized as a Barbie doll was a fitting tribute to Douglas' role in shaping American pop culture. After the Beverly Hillbillies ended, Donna Douglas pursued a diverse range of interests. One of the more surprising turns in her post-show career was obtaining a real estate license. Despite this shift, her heart remained in show business, and she quickly moved on to other projects, leaving real estate behind. She found a new passion in gospel singing, which allowed her to express her faith and connect with audiences in a different way. Gospel music became a significant part of her life, and she frequently performed at churches, conventions, and Christian gatherings across the United States. Her music career included the release of several gospel albums, with her first album debuting in 1982. In addition to her gospel work, Douglas also dabbled in country music, recording a few minor country music records during the 1970s and 1980s. Beyond music, Douglas was an active speaker at youth groups, schools, and colleges, sharing her Christian faith and encouraging others to live with purpose. One of her main charitable focuses was supporting Christian children's homes, especially in the American South, where she often used her platform to advocate for these causes. Her commitment to both her faith and charitable work made her a beloved figure beyond the entertainment industry. She remained a regular at conventions, trade fairs, and fan events, where her approachable and friendly demeanor endeared her to those she met. Douglas also found success as an author. She wrote and published a children's book titled Donna's Critters and Kids, Children's Stories with a Bible Touch, which included Bible stories intertwined with animal characters, accompanied by coloring book illustrations. This blend of religious education and interactive storytelling made the book appealing to both children and parents alike. In 2011, Douglas expanded her work in children's literature with the release of Miss Donna's Mulberry Acres Farm, further showcasing her love for animals and nature, themes that were close to her heart throughout her life. In 2013, Douglas ventured into the culinary world with the release of her cookbook, Southern Favorites with a Taste of Hollywood. The book was a unique collection of Southern recipes, many contributed by her show business friends and colleagues, including Buddy Ebsen, Phyllis Diller, Valerie Harper, and Debbie Reynolds. The cookbook also included a section on etiquette titled, Hollywood Social Graces, offering readers a glimpse into the manners and customs of Hollywood's golden age. The combination of delicious Southern recipes and advice on social decorum made the book a reflection of Douglas's charm and warmth. Throughout her life, Donna Douglas remained a beloved figure in entertainment and beyond. Whether through her iconic role as Ellie Mae Clampett, her work in gospel music, her contributions to literature, or her charitable efforts, she left a lasting legacy that touched the lives of many. Donna Douglas' personal life was marked by two significant marriages. In 1951, she married Roland Bourgeois Jr., and the couple welcomed their only child, Danny Bourgeois, in 1954. However, that same year, their marriage ended in divorce, leaving Douglas to raise Danny as a single mother. Her second marriage came 2 decades later, in 1971, when she wed Robert M. Leeds, a television director best known for his work on the Beverly Hillbillies, the show that catapulted Douglas to fame. Their relationship, while initially promising, also ended in divorce in 1980 after 9 years of marriage. Despite the personal challenges, Douglas maintained her professionalism and continued to work, balancing her roles as an actress and a mother. Douglas' spiritual journey was another key aspect of her life, especially in the years following her acting career. In 1982, she made a significant decision to enroll at the Rhema Bible Training Center in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. This institution is well known for its focus on teaching ministry and fostering a deep understanding of the Bible. Douglas' decision to attend this training center reflected her growing commitment to her Christian faith. She graduated in 1984, with an emphasis on children's ministry, which aligned with her nurturing personality and her desire to guide and mentor young people. Her studies marked a transition from Hollywood celebrity to a woman deeply invested in her faith, further defining the next phase of her life. Douglas' relationship with Buddy Ebsen, the Beverly Hillbillies co-star, was a deeply significant one. The two remained close friends for 32 years after the show ended, with Douglas often speaking fondly of Ebsen in interviews. In a 2011 interview with the Lincoln Times-News, she described Ebsen as a wonderful man, very much like my own father, a quiet, reserved, and caring person. Their bond was rooted in their on-screen partnership, but it extended well beyond their roles on the show. Douglas frequently mentioned that she and Ebsen related to one another easily, partly because he reminded her of her father. This deep connection became even more evident in the later years of Ebsen's life. In 2003, both Douglas and Max Baer, their Hillbillies co-star, visited Ebsen in the hospital during his final days. Following his passing, Douglas and Baer delivered eulogies at his funeral, reflecting the profound impact Ebsen had on her life. In an interview with Confessions of a Pop Culture Addict, she admitted that she loved Buddy Ebsen and that most of her scenes on the Beverly Hillbillies were with him, fostering a strong emotional bond that lasted until the year 2003 was a challenging one for Douglas, as it marked the passing of not only Buddy Ebsen but also her beloved mother, Elma Smith. The loss of her mother was deeply personal, as Douglas had always spoken of her with admiration and affection. Losing two important figures in her life in the same year was a difficult emotional period for her, but Douglas remained resilient, continuing to honor both their memories in various ways throughout her life. In 1993, Douglas found herself embroiled in a major legal battle when she, along with her business partner Kurt Wilson of Associated Artists Entertainment, Inc., filed a $200 million lawsuit against Disney, Whoopi Goldberg, Bette Midler, and their production companies. The lawsuit centered around the popular movie Sister Act, which Douglas and Wilson claimed was plagiarized from a book they owned the rights to, titled A Nun in the Closet. According to their lawsuit, the similarities between the book and the film were too numerous to be coincidental, with over 100 instances of plagiarism cited. They also alleged that they had submitted a screenplay based on the book to Disney and the other defendants on 3 separate occasions between 1987 and 1988. Despite the high stakes and the public attention the case garnered, Douglas and Wilson declined a $1 million offer to settle the case in 1994, holding firm in their belief that they had been wronged. Ultimately, the judge ruled in favor of Disney and the other defendants, with Wilson acknowledging that they would have had to prove direct copying of their material to win. The legal battle, while unsuccessful, showed Douglas's determination to fight for what she believed was right, even against powerful entertainment giants. In her later years, Douglas embraced a quieter, more reflective lifestyle. Though she continued to make public appearances and give speeches, often as a celebrity guest at events, she preferred spending time in her garden, enjoying the simple pleasures of nature. Gardening was a passion that allowed her to stay grounded, connecting with the earth and finding peace away from the spotlight. She also remained committed to her fans, diligently answering fan mail and showing her appreciation for their support throughout her career. Donna Douglas passed away on January 1, 2015, at the age of 82, after a battle with pancreatic cancer. Her death occurred at Baton Rouge General Hospital, and she was laid to rest in Bluff Creek Cemetery in East Feliciana Parish, Louisiana. Her passing was mourned by many, particularly those who had admired her as Ellie Mae Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies. Her niece by marriage, Charlene Smith, reflected on Douglas's final years, noting that she had returned to live in East Baton Rouge Parish around 2005. Smith described her aunt as always joyful and radiant, remarking that Douglas always had her makeup on and never looked her age, even in her final years. Christmas of 2014 held a special memory for Smith, as Douglas gifted her a Bible she had signed, continuing a lifelong habit of including scriptural verses with her gifts. Through her legal battles, spiritual journey, lasting friendships, and devotion to her fans and family, Donna Douglas left behind a rich legacy that extended far beyond her role as Ellie Mae. Her warmth, faith, and commitment to those she loved made her a figure beloved by many, both in her personal life and among the public who adored her.